Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions, episode number 500.
500.
We have done this for a long fucking time.
We had a little bit of a break in between there.
Yeah, a little break. But we started in 2007. So we've been doing this for 18 years with a break in between. God damn,
yeah.
is that for real? Holy
it
shit.
wasn't a long break, but yes.
It was a long break. It was like 3+ years, maybe?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we had like a smattering of episodes that we just threw out there. It's like, oh, let's just do Game of the Year for the fuck of it, you know?
Yeah.
So we did that a couple of times, I think. But yeah, I mean, we came back, and just because we decided we enjoyed talking about games and we missed bullshit with each other. So that's how that works out. Yeah, episode 500. This is pretty exciting. We're going to be talking about some backlog stuff today. We got a lot of community feedback, so excited about that. But it hasn't been that long. But how are you guys doing this week? Like, anything going on? Jason, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just thinking about the backlog stuff, and like I probably have backlog stuff from episode 1 that I still haven't played. So there's a long period.
Did you finish the original Uncharted, Jason?
I played the demo. I played the demo.
Oh, yeah, it's episode 1.
Yeah,
episode 1 was the
99 episodes ago.
The Uncharted 3 demo,
right.
Or the Uncharted 1 demo.
Right.
No, for PlayStation 3.
It's only been a few days.
Yeah.
Griffin is home sick today. Poor guy. He apparently was going to go play laser tag at school. We had no idea about this, but we woke him up this morning and he had like a fever and stuff, so we kept him home. But when he finally got up, he was like, "What day is it?"
Oh no!
I'm like, buddy, it's Friday. He's like, "No."
Oh.
But yeah, he was genuinely sick, so he couldn't go to school.
That sucks. Like, especially when you're looking forward to going to school for something,
right?
Like that's the worst. It's the worst. You brought up your kid, so I'm going to ask this question because I was thinking about it today. Do you and Lisa have any like I don't want to use the word ritual, but anything that you guys do like every time you do something, like every time you go to bed, you do this like little thing is just between you and your kid, and it's just something that's cute that you guys do. Do you guys have anything like that?
I guess so. Like we definitely have things that we do every day. Like whenever he wakes up, he'll come in here and he'll give me a hug and we say good morning. And I'm like, okay, let's go brush our stuff. So we'll go brush our teeth and we'll brush his hair and stuff. And
okay,
that's
nice.
That's what we do. That's part of our morning ritual. But I like to brush our stuff.
And at night, Jason,
that's really good. I like
don't worry, Freddy's underneath your bed, so have a good night. And don't open your eyes.
Yeah, don't open your eyes.
Don't call me.
The reason I asked that is because I was thinking about it today, because there's something that Crystal and I both do with Alora right before bedtime. And it's like, you know, you always give hugs before bed. So it's like hug, kiss on the cheek. And then we say, like, and I'm doing this in the camera, we do love you, good night, have sweet dreams. And that's like our thing. And we do that with her. But like, we don't do anything like that with my boy, because he's just like, no, I'm just going to bed. He's 14-year-old. So
I was gonna say,
that's how
14,
teenagers work.
Dude. You can't do
that. 14. He's like, Dad, I don't want you to hug me, Dad. Leave me alone.
Look at me. Park a block away.
You don't understand me.
Yeah.
You don't understand me.
Being so extra, Dad.
I got it. You don't understand me. Just the other day.
You don't understand me.
Yes, I did.
Dude,
I'm
he's like
you were
9,
for
right?
That. Yep.
Is he 8 or 9?
He's 9.
He's 9. Okay, I thought I wasn't sure if I had it right.
No, I don't understand him.
You don't understand me, Dad.
He stormed off, and
gotta go start
everything I do to not start laughing in his face when he said that.
Hey, Glenn, this is what you have to look forward to. Oh, good shit. Awesome. Geoff, how are you doing, man?
Good. No kids, so I don't do anything special on a bed.
Yes. I mean, if you're gonna brag, you know.
No, we just have Tanya and I play we play Connections every night before going to bed, and sometimes
that's cool.
Wordle or something. Yeah, and then we watch Cops for a while. That was our thing.
Oh wow!
For a long time, we'd watch Cops, and because it was on the Samsung TV channel or whatever, so just watch that. We watch
This
it
is
so
what we
much,
can.
like we're seeing like repeats and stuff now. We're like, oh god, okay, we got to get a new show.
Too many cops.
Yep.
Have you guys heard of Dropout? It's
No.
an app. It's essentially a media app by the folks that created College Humor.
Okay.
And Crystal and I will watch shows on that a lot. Mostly, they do like you guys have heard of Critical Role, right?
Sure.
Name
Yeah.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have something called Dimension 20, which is very similar. And like
D20.
the people, yeah.
I get it.
But they're amazing. Like their shows are really, really great and high production values, that kind of thing. And they do a crazy show called Game Changer, which is like it's a little game show they do, and everybody on there is essentially a comedian. But it's a game show they do where every show the game is different. So and they don't tell them what the game is. Like they just show up and they have to figure out what the game is and how to play it, and then whoever wins gets a prize. So it's super entertaining and it's very funny. But yeah, if I don't know if anybody else has heard of Dropout out there, but it's good stuff. I like it.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, nothing really going on over here. January is my busiest month at work, so I'm probably going to be putting in time this weekend to try and get a lot of shit done and just get it out of the way. So hopefully I can get that done and just feel better about having a little bit of extra time at work rather than waiting until the last minute for stuff. But yeah, that's it. Let's talk some games.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Geoff, you should go.
I should go first.
Yeah, man.
Jeff, I think you've played the most games.
Yep.
I definitely played a bunch. Yeah. I started up Silent Hill 2 remake last week.
Ooh.
I've never played a Silent Hill game before.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
I haven't either.
This is my first foray into it, and I was always like, I wouldn't even say a Resident Evil guy because I wasn't really a Resident Evil guy either, even though I played that first. So the storyline is you're a guy named James, and you get a letter from your dead wife, and basically you go to Silent Hill to find her. And Silent Hill is like this abandoned town, and there's a bunch of creepy shit happening there, and you run into some weird characters and stuff like that. And it's basically like one big kind of like puzzle game like Resident Evil. There's combat in it, and there's a lot of combat, like melee and guns and ammo is kind of scarce, so it's got that all down. But man, this game is creepier than any Resident Evil game I think I've played. Minus seven. Resident Evil 7 is really fucking creepy. The first half, but this game has had me being like, yeah, I think I'm done for the night for now. And it's a combination of jump scares here and there when you don't expect it, and they set you up. Some of them they set you up for like you expect them so much that they don't happen. So then you totally put your guard down. Like there's a animation you do when you're crawling under like a thing, and the camera gets in real close and whatever. And every single time, like something is going to be on the other side of this one time, and it's going to scare the shit out of me, and my sphincter would just clench up every single time. Like it's going to happen.
I know that
happen.
feeling. Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well, it's probably not going to happen for a long time. And then literally like 10 minutes later, it happened. And I was like, son of a bitch.
They set you
and
up.
I was like, yeah. Luckily, it happened in the morning when I was playing in my my morning gaming time, because it's definitely a lot scarier in the dark. But yeah, I like it so far. It's I like the puzzles don't really hold your hand so much. They give you just enough information to kind of figure them out on your own, and when you do, you feel smart as shit.
Nice.
Because they're not all in one spot. Like it's not like you enter a room and it's like solve this puzzle. It's you have to there's multiple parts in the areas you're in. Like the game seems to be set up like you're walking around the streets, then you get to you got to figure out how to get into like one of the main buildings. And then once you get into like a main building, that's where it's kind of like opens up to where it's like you got to kind of find all these different pieces of the puzzle, different puzzles to open different doors to get pieces of the other puzzle. And there's one main puzzle and then a boss fight. Usually that's been the kind of like the structure so far. And it's pretty cool. I have some issues with the map. The map should be good. Like they're trying to help you out, but some of the things are hard to tell where you can go or not. And you know the Resident Evil remakes where they made it so if you go into a room or an area and you collect all of the things that are in that room that you can, it basically like grays out the room on the map, so
Sure.
like there's nothing here. It only does that sometimes, and that really bothers me because I've gotten lost a few times, and I'm looking at the map. I'm like, okay, well, it says there's a check mark in that room, that room, that room, and then I'll go back to the ones that don't have it, and then I still can't find anything. So there's a couple times I had to hit up YouTube just to be like, where do I go after this? But I haven't had to do that for any of the puzzles or anything like that yet, so that's good. I just have a terrible sense of direction and memory of where I'm going.
Well, it's so foggy there. It's like,
yeah,
that's true.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly. It's it's all that mist. But fuck, man, it's like the first time you fight Pyramid Head, that just sphincter the entire time was just like there's no way anything was coming out of my body unless it was gonna be like vomit, because I was just like. Or pee, I guess. So I kind of take that back.
Yeah.
But it was like it's really well done. The lighting and how like he's kind of stalking you in this small room and he's smashing shit. It's really cool. And the nurses are very creepy as well. I'm sure you've seen them. There's like they've been memed to death over the years. So yeah.
So I've never played any of the games. Did you ever see the movie though?
No.
You
never saw the movie? So I don't. The only thing
movie.
So I don't remember it being bad. I only saw it once, but the one thing that I really remember about it is that there's one scene, and it's like a really surprising and super graphic. But like, I think it's actually Pyramid Head walks up to someone and grabs them by the bare chest and grabs and twists and literally rips their skin off that way. And I was just like, and it was one of those moments where it was super surprising because I just didn't expect something like that to happen at that particular moment.
Well, that's when Chris walked out and played PSO out in the lobby.
That's right. No, for those that don't know, I don't deal with gore movies very well, but I was able, Silent Hill wasn't all that bad. It wasn't too bad, but I haven't played one either. So
it's just more like creepy. Like it's definitely is kind of got some gore here and there, but it's not like the body horror type stuff that is normally
like Saw. Like I will never watch a Saw movie.
Or even
I will never ever.
Resident Evil. Yeah, the Saw movies became almost comical after a while. Like the first couple I was actually afraid to watch because I'm kind of the same way as you. But then, then they just kind of get really stupid, and you kind of laugh at how bad like the deaths, but. Or maybe I just got more psychotic the older I got, or desensitized. I don't know.
I mean, it could be both, Geoff. It might be both. I'm just saying,
Yeah, but this is pretty cool. There's some creepy imagery. There's some really cool atmospherics in it. Voice acting seems okay and stuff like that. I got a couple theories what I think is going on, but I won't say anything just in case. But I have a feeling it's more of a head thing than anything, like in his mind. Not necessarily. Like I have never played this, so I have no idea. So, and I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations are over this anyway. So whatever I'm saying right now, I have no clue. So if I'm close, I'm close. If I'm not, I'm way off. So
it's a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory. I think he's kind of because you go through like a mental hospital and stuff like that, and I have a feeling he was probably one of the people in the mental hospital, is what I'm gathering. So. We'll see. I'm about 7 or 8 hours in, so I'm definitely coming up in the end stretch. I think it's about like 12 to 14 or something.
I'm surprised, man. Like, I've heard nothing but good stuff about this, and I totally would have picked Konami and Bloober Team to just drop the ball.
Yeah, just phone it in. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like when we first saw that trailer, like I remember first seeing that trailer and like, that does not look good.
Oh no, I thought it looked awful.
And then, it looked really bad. And then all the reviews came out and I was super surprised at all the reviews. But Jason, have you played a Silent Hill? Have any of the Silent Hill games?
Sure. I've played 1 and 2, I think. And that's where I kind of dropped off. So
is there continuity there? Like, can you walk into 2? Without,
you should be playing 1 first, but
oh really?
It's tough to go back to.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go back to it.
Yeah, they didn't. Is 1 remade at all anywhere?
I think it has a remaster, like one of those.
They had a remaster on like PS3, I think, and then I forgot where else they re-released it.
Gotcha. So it's the same characters in the character, I
James,
guess.
Yeah.
Is it James? Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, so I have no idea, but I'm
That poor guy.
following it no problem. Yeah, it's been surprisingly good. It is kind of slow paced though, so I can't play it for too long. Besides the wanting to crap my pants part, just because um, I just kind of get to the point where I'm just like, okay, I've walked through these hallways a little bit for longer than I would want to, so I just play something else. So then I usually just switch back to another game I've been playing, which is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance again.
Yo,
Wow.
that game's,
Okay.
that
Yeah,
game's great.
it's so
Oh.
good. I can't remember what got me into wanting to play it, but something did trigger me to be like, oh shit, I should play that again. And it
What are you
holds
playing
up.
it on?
Xbox. It's backwards
Xbox. Okay,
compatible
cool.
on there, yeah. So
Nice. Okay.
that's where I'm playing it on there, and it does the whole like up-resing thing. So it does look a lot
Oh,
crisper
nice.
than I remember it, but
Great.
the video isn't done like that.
Oh
So
yeah.
the cutscenes drastically look worse than the gameplay in terms of like resolution. But I don't remember the game having some terrible writing, and
Oh, really?
it should be a thing because it is a Metal Gear game, and I know like I don't know how much the writers of Metal Gear, if Kojima had anything to do with it, but there are some. I'm just like, oh my god, like this is.
Doesn't he start cosplaying as like Michael Jackson at some point? Like he puts on a fedora.
I don't possibly. I haven't got there yet the second time. Yeah, I remember it is pretty cheesy. Like he has so many lines I just don't like. The beginning, he has a line where Raiden says, "He's like, oh, I have a saying, or I have something I like to say. One sword. What is it? One sword equals one sheath sword or something like that." And I'm like, what does that fucking mean? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know.
It doesn't even mean anything.
It means nothing. That's right.
Yeah, I'm like there's nothing like smart or like deep about that. I'm like, that just made no sense.
Well, wait till you get to the
Or a man who uses a sword means one sword sheath or something. I don't know. It was really stupid.
Wait till you get to the very end, and he's like, "I finally got my revengeance." And then it fades the credits.
Oof.
Watch. No, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't. But it's also a dumb name.
Yeah.
And there's just stuff that's funny. Like there's the part I just finished now is I'm in the sewers and I met some kid, and he's like this takes place in like Africa, and the kid's not black, but he's not. Well, anyway, Raiden meets him and immediately starts speaking Spanish to him. The kid goes, "What are you saying?" And then Ryan just like, oh, I'm like, it's just so funny that like the game isn't like that old. It's pretty old, and it's just like making like assumption because it's like a darker skinned dude that they speak Spanish, but he's Guyanese or something or Trinidadian. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm like, yeah, that would fly now. But
no,
probably not. Yeah, that game still holds up, man. It's still got some little quirks in it that I'm kind of like, oh, they could totally fix this in like a remake, which would be awesome if they did. It's mainly to do with like the camera, but other than that, and it is like you can totally move the camera, but it's just weird stuff with certain attacks and stuff like that. Yeah. What else? Fuck. I did another playthrough of Plague Tale: Innocence, so that was fun. I can't remember if I talked about that last time or not, or if it was in between.
Was that last year?
No. Plague Tale: Innocence was like
the new one. Sorry, the new one.
Ago. The new one was last year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or
2 years ago?
2 years ago. 2023, I think. Or maybe 2022. 2023, maybe. But I want to play through both those again, so I played through the first one. Oh my god. Oh, I played Tales of Arise. So
nice. Oh.
Yeah. So that's one that was in my backlog for a long time. I grabbed it when it was on sale a while ago.
Kick ass.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's pretty cool. It is gorgeous. Like the art style is so awesome. But I think I might be JRPG'd out for a little bit. Because I gave up on Nordics. It just wasn't clicking. I tried, and I was like, I just don't think I'm in the mood, or maybe it's the game. And then when I booted this up, I have like I've played it for a while. I'm like 8 hours in. But the stuff in between the combat's awesome. It's so fluid. Like you're just comboing, and you have other people in your party, and you control them by hitting like the D-pad at certain times, but they basically just extend your combo, and it just makes it so fun when you just figure out some really cool ways to use all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Did you beat it, Jason? I know you played it way back in the day.
No, it got the best of me because like it got to be too long. In the opening, sequence, where they not the credits, but like that opening, like it's a music video or something like that.
Yeah.
They have a second one of those.
Yeah, there's another one of those. Yeah, the
like
exact
later,
same one.
further on in the game. I'm like, okay, this is wow.
That's like I guess technically the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit past that, I think,
Okay.
or a few hours past that. And it's just the stuff in between where you really like it makes the other big hit AAA games really stand out. Like I give Rebirth shit, but where I think that game lacks in gameplay, it totally kills it in like presentation and like the voice acting
narrative.
And narrative. Yeah, just like it's just so engaging with lots of stuff like most of the time. And there's a lot of unvoiced parts in this, which is fine, but sometimes if you're tired, you don't want to be reading a bunch. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm kind of like skipping through this dialogue and getting to the next part. But I'm not going to give it up yet, and I'm also not going to put it on my backlog for sure, in case because I know this is a bit longer, and I don't want to fall into that trap of picking a bunch of long games again.
Yep.
So we'll see if I stick with it. And then the other games.
Come on, it worked out for Glenn. He picked Baldur's Gate, right? So
yeah,
that worked out.
That didn't work out. He just started that this year.
I know. I'm joking, Geoff.
Yeah. Was that on his list last year?
It was, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because he actually finished 2, I think, of the games on there. So I was like, okay, yeah, Glenn did. Yeah, the other one was just Suicide Squad. Start playing that.
Really?
Yeah, I only did the tutorial area and like a little bit of the beginning of the game, and it's not terrible. It's just not something that I think I want out of that studio and those characters. Like it's a shooter. That's what it is. It's a third-person shooter. It's like a Destiny, basically.
Okay. I've heard a lot of good stuff about like the narrative and cutscenes and writing and dialogue and stuff.
It seems good.
Yeah.
I'm not too far into it. Like it's all voice acted really well, and they're high quality, and and everything animated. Like it's pretty. It's a pretty looking game, but just not really in the mood for that type of game right now. So I'm gonna put it on the back burner for now. And then Balacho. I've been running shit in Balacho. I think I've beaten it with 6 decks now, and I'm on like a 4 deck streak. Yeah, good. Glenn gave that tip on last week's show about where to place the jokers and stuff. Like I had no idea that the jokers meant like you had to put them in a certain
score multipliers.
Yeah, like you had to put them in certain orders to have the multipliers go up. I didn't realize there was a plus and a like a multiple multiplier. Because I just figured I saw red and I just figured they all did the same thing, just a higher number. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna, But then once I realized that was a game changer, and Tanya's been winning more too. So I'm playing a shitload of Balacho. That's it, man. That is pretty much everything. Silent Hill's been the big one.
Cool.
I highly recommend it.
I introduced. I had a couple of people at work that were talking about just card games in general, like digital card games. And like they started out talking about like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like there's a digital version, a mobile version of the Pokemon card game now that you like has boosters and all that stuff. And they were talking about that. And I asked, like, as we're talking about card games and walking, I'm like, have you heard of Balatro? And none of them had heard of it. And I'm like, this is a card game that is getting Game of the Year. Like it's supposed to be really good. I haven't played it yet though. And one of my developers downloaded it, and while she's like waiting for things to compile, she's like looking at me like, this is your fault. And she's playing it on her phone. So I'm like, all right, cool.
And once it starts,
I don't know what makes it so addictive. I think they got drugs in there somehow. And I'm like, okay.
You may as well. Seriously.
Yeah. Good stuff. Jason, how about you, buddy?
Team Ladybug. Chris, does that ring a bell?
Team Ladybug.
They did the Deedlit game.
Oh yeah.
They also did Luna Nights, which is very, very similar. It's another Metroidvania. I got that one too. Yeah. They've got another Metroidvania that just came out. Blade Chimera. This stars a dude, a very typical anime protagonist. But he comes across. He's a demon hunter, and he comes across a demon that's a sword. He doesn't kill it because it's like,
that sucks.
Yeah, there it is. But the sword becomes his partner in crime, his little sidekick, as it were. And he goes on, Metroidvania adventures. where you're unearthing a map and backtracking and getting new weapons and such. But
Cool.
the mechanics are different. They set themselves apart from other ones in that you've got melee and you've got gun attacks. Like I've got like shurikens right now that I throw out. But also with the sword, that can be like you can shoot that, you can shoot it out, or you can like post it in the ground and it'll be a shield. You can throw it up. It's kind of amazing all the shit that you can do with this sword. But if you've seen the trailer, you know that like there's a shit ton of stuff going on at any given time. There's dive kicks and dodges and air dashes and air juggles and such. So I'm very much into the combat. The rest of it, like there's a lot of sequences in which you're just kind of walking from like point A to point B in a very like linear room or series of rooms. But I heard that gets better down the road. Like it's a kind of a slow burn to get into it. But the combat's been super, super fun. I like it a lot. It's getting kind of middling reviews. I've heard some stuff that kind of put it in like the 7 to 8 range. But
it's not
that's
bad.
good.
That's still pretty good. But they had some, like the repetitiveness is something that they pointed out. So
I see. Okay.
But
the one thing that I wanted to see about, like, since you've started playing it already, it's on my list to play. I'm going to be working on it soon. But I'm seeing a lot of like shmup energy coming from like enemies. Sure. Like that shield becomes necessary because there's like projectiles flying at you from all directions at points, and is that pretty common?
The very first boss that you fight, it's definitely a bullet hell kind of situation where you've got to like you use your sword to like put up shield, like it that encases you. There's also another mechanic where you can like kind of go back in time. Well, you make it like an object go back in time. So if it's like crumbled or something like that, you use the ability to go back in time and it'll become erect again. The choice of wording that I'm using is
phrasing.
Awful. Yep. So, and that's, when the enemy is just like shooting a shit ton of stuff at you. So it's wave after wave of that and just like, pinging them, in between whenever you can. Nice. Game's fun. Game's really cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying it out. It's I've got it on my Steam Deck already, so it's just a matter of
is that on Switch by any chance?
It is on the Switch.
It is on Switch also, yeah.
Yeah, it's only $20. So like
I'll look into that. Seems like a game I'd want to Switch. Or maybe the Switch too.
One thing I forgot to mention is that there's like a push-pull like mechanic as well. Like as you're like using magic points and stuff with your sword, you do physical attacks and you'll regain your magic points. But also the sword will regain health for you whenever you use that when you throw it at like an enemy or something, and it comes back. You get so it's kind of like low stakes, I guess, because it's real easy to just like heal up. But if you're fighting a boss or something like that, you don't really have the opportunity to just throw that thing out. So yeah.
So one thing that I'm looking forward to is like one of the things that in the trailer that looked really cool is that like he threw the sword at something, right? And it's stuck in the ground, and he basically walked past it and then jumped and basically got a bunch of enemies in between him and the sword, and then called the sword back, and it came back and killed everything in its way. It just fucking wiped everything out. It was really cool.
Not only that, the part that you didn't mention is that like it'll come back to him, but it'll keep going forward as well, and it'll shoot like a fireball out from his front.
Nice.
It's powerful as shit. There's some cool stuff going on with that game, combat wise.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's good stuff.
Sweet. That's it for me.
That's it for you?
A few days. Yep, that's all I've been playing. So I picked up Dynasty Warriors. We'll see how that goes. I almost got a chance to play it, but I got busy earlier today. So
I'm angry at Best Buy. I pre-ordered it and they didn't have it for me today. It's like I got the message at like 9 o'clock this morning or something like that. Your order's not ready yet. We'll tell you when it is. And I'm like, all right, that's normal. And then I got another one at 6:08 p.m. that says your order is taking longer than expected.
Thanks.
And I'm still waiting for them to tell me. Yeah, it's annoying. So I'm still waiting to to hear from them about that. I will probably just go there tomorrow and find out what the hell's going on. And if they don't have it in stock, I'll probably cancel the order and just order it and have it shipped.
Sure.
Just so I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, I get it. I'm wanting to play it. I've been surprised.
Great reviews.
That's the thing. It's like I don't expect that out of a Dynasty Warriors game. You know,
Right?
It's like Dynasty Warriors has always been like just like mindless fun. Just run around and destroy 1,000 enemies with 3 swipes of your staff or something like that. And this looks like a little bit more involved. And my wife is a huge fan of the series and the genre. So, yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer to pick that up.
Mama?
She is, yeah. She likes Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors. She's always been a really big fan of. So, let's see. I really haven't played anything this week. The only thing I really messed with was Job. I messed with Job a lot. No, but I finally wanted to try and do something PC VR related. And like I wanted to. I haven't been playing Beat Saber because you guys know that my PS5 like PSVR 2 controller's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a way to play it on PC. So I hooked up my
I hooked up my this game all over again, front and
all
back.
over again. I hooked up my what's it called? The Quest 2. So you can actually you can USB-C from your PC to the Quest 2 and it'll just work as a regular VR headset.
Extension, yeah.
Yeah, so I tried that out and it worked surprisingly well. Like you can do it wired or wireless. For something like Beat Saber though, I'm not doing wireless. Like I wired it in. And it worked surprisingly well. Like I probably played for about 45 minutes, went through like probably like 8 songs or so, including some of the harder ones that I usually play. And yeah, it kept up really well. I was really impressed with it. So that's probably back on the list now. I'm going to start trying to do that daily and get my heart moving a little bit more. But it's just fun to play. I just love it. I don't know why.
That's great.
It's probably I've put more time into Beat Saber than any other rhythm game in the past.
Ever.
Like
even more than Rock Band?
Yeah, I think more than Rock Band too.
Oh shit!
Samba de Amigo.
Samba de Amigo.
I don't know. That's it might be getting there. Might be getting there. Donkey Konga.
Gitaru Man.
What is it? Taiko Drum Master. Yeah.
Space Channel 5.
Space Channel 5. Yeah.
Dude, Jason. You mentioned it, so I'm going to bring it up. And I know we've talked about this in the past, but you know how like my team uses video game characters as release names. So right now we're on S, and we're doing Sora. So S is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. T is Tails. And U is Ooh La La.
Yes. Nice.
I can't wait to be able to explain that game to the business team.
Wow.
I'm like, so let me talk about Space Channel 5. This is a weird game. But and then like it's hard to find the last letters. Like my V is Vice from Skies of Arcadia. Like there's not many V characters out there. The other one that I was thinking of was Beautiful Joe. So that's a good one too. But
yeah. Virgil from Devil May Cry.
There's probably a bazillion Victors something rathers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it for me. Geoff, are we doing news? Are we doing any news?
Yeah, there's some news we should probably talk about.
Okay.
The first one
Anything interesting happened?
Some interesting things definitely happened. Kind of on the bad news front, depending on how you look at it.
They're making others. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
No, the Sony. We're not there yet. But
sorry. I didn't say what it was.
Sony closed another studio.
They didn't close any studios. No.
Okay, good.
No. But they did cancel 2 games. They canceled Ben's game that they were working on and Blue Point. And Blue Point was working on a God of War live service game.
Damn.
Apparently, yeah. And the Ben one, they never said what it was. So we don't really know. We just know that they were both going to be games of service. And they've had bad luck with those. The ones that were called Helldivers.
I don't want those. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people do. And as much as I love God of War, I don't know how I'd feel about a God of War live service game
Right?
at all.
No, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely with you on that.
It cheapens the IP, I think.
It does. Yeah.
It's kind of like selling it. It's like whoring it out to like, it's gonna be weird to see, like they're sticking with the Horizon one though, so who knows when we'll see that?
They're making a live
Live service Horizon game.
Horizon game. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they announced that a while ago. Haven't seen it though.
Sorry, Aloy, you are now tarnished.
Yeah, so that's Last of Us gone. Concord. Well, it showed up for a bit and did and got
at
the
least
hell
that
out of
made
there.
it out the door.
That made it out the door. Now
Fell
these two
flat on
games.
its face.
Yeah, it fell. Yeah, it barely made it in like out the door. Yeah, it's like tripped on its way out for sure. So who knows what's gonna happen now? I think Sony said they're not going to be closing any studios down. No clue if that's gonna mean like just layoffs or no layoffs. But I mean, those teams got to get back working on something.
Yeah,
Because
I guess it'll be okay if Bluepoint did a Bloodborne remaster or something. I guess.
That'd be nice.
Shuhei was actually on Kind of Funny Games this week. He did an interview with Greg Miller because he's no longer with Sony, and he said that he thinks the reason why Sony isn't doing a Bloodborne remake is because From and Miyazaki doesn't want anyone to touch it. Like that's like kind of like his baby, and they're just respecting his decision basically. So that's what Shuhei said. He said he didn't know for sure because when he was in his last couple of years with PlayStation, he wasn't working in the first party division, so he doesn't know for sure. But that's what his theory was, is that they're respecting his decision and they're not going to do anything unless both sides like agree to it, basically. So that seems to be the skinny on that one. And then another reveal happened. Not so skinny. It's a bigger version of the Switch was revealed. The Switch 2, finally, the world's worst kept secret.
I know. It's like fine, we'll confirm everything that's leaked. Here you go.
Yeah, we'll do it on this date too.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You better be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. It was a trailer, like a few minutes long, that was just showing off basically the hardware, the different design. It's bigger, it's wider. It's got clicky in magnetic Joy-Cons now. They don't slide in.
They're clacky, is what
they're
they
clacky.
are. They're very clacky.
I don't know how they're going to stay in there.
It's important to have to distinguish those. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like they've got to be. Well, there looks like there's still a button to remove them. So it's probably a situation where the button like removes conductivity to the magnets and lets it release. Hopefully, like they've got to be really strong in order to handle that. So we'll see.
Yeah. And that really didn't show too much besides some like ports and stuff. And they showed a couple seconds of a Mario Kart game, so it's most likely Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. I think they confirmed that.
I think they confirmed that one already too. Yeah.
Did they actually confirm it? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a done deal. And then at the end of the trailer, it says like, stay tuned for in April, they're going to do another direct. So basically blowing the Switch 2 open. So it's going to hopefully have games and demos and stuff.
Speaking of demos, they've got like the Switch 2 experience coming to some cities.
Thing. Yeah.
There's only 3 cities though. It's like New York, LA, and Dallas.
There's Toronto as well.
Was there Toronto as well? I must have missed that. Okay. Well, Geoff, you'll have to tell us what it's like.
Yeah.
Field trip.
Back in the day, Field Geoff reporting live. It's 9:30. I'm going to bed, guys. I'm going home. I'm surprised they're doing something like that for a Switch 2. Like, it's going to sell itself. Like, third parties are going to jump on this thing immediately, and I think that's one of the reasons why they did announce it when they did. Is because it seems like they've got pressure from third parties. Like, hey, we need to start announcing our games, guys. So
I mean, that makes sense. The game makers need to be able to generate the hype on their games, right? So
yeah, exactly. So so that's coming. We don't have a release date, no price yet, but a price thing did leak again. Who knows if it's real? But it looks like it's $3.99. Take it with a grain of salt because it's not official. But yeah,
I have trouble. Well, I guess with the economy, the way it has been, like with inflation, the way it went the last couple of years. I guess that makes sense. But I have trouble seeing Nintendo put something out there for $400. Like it's always been like the 300 range.
300.
But I could say that about well,
magnets are expensive, dude.
Magnets are expensive. Yeah, I can say that about all three of the big three. So,
what do you think is going to be their launch? Do you think there's going to be a new Mario game and Mario Kart, or just one?
I think it'll probably. Yeah. I mean, I guess it would just. They've already shown off Mario Kart, so I would expect them to launch with that, and then probably Metroid Prime, right? Hopefully, yeah. I wouldn't expect a Zelda or a traditional Mario game out of the gate. Like I would expect that later on. I would expect like Mario within a year though. Like it won't be launched.
Oh yeah,
within a year,
it'll be soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last when was Odyssey? That was forever ago.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been. Was it 19?
4 years? Yeah.
19 Odyssey. Yeah, I don't remember.
Mario Odyssey.
I remember it was definitely pretty early in the Switch because
it was 17.
Oh, it was the year after. Okay,
2017. Yeah. So yeah, it's been 8 years almost. Wow. Well, it's October, so it's late 17. So, but yeah.
Oh, another thing they did confirm on that thing was, it is backwards compatible with both physical and digital games, but not fully backward compatible. There's this fine print.
What do you think?
Yeah, but they always have to say that, right?
I think it might have to do with maybe some of the things with the motion games, maybe, or something
like Labo and like
stuff like
Ring
that,
Fit,
maybe.
shit like that.
Yeah. I don't think I think all the main stuff and all the proper games are going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good.
I'm not too concerned there.
Well, I'm super happy about the backwards compatibility thing for sure.
Yeah, me too. 100%. I've got so many fucking Switch games.
It basically went for me of not getting it like until like way down the road to possibly wanting one day one because it's backwards compatible. So
yeah. Cool. When the rumors were going around, they were talking. There was a lot of talk about April, right? There was a lot of mention of the month of April. But with nothing confirmed, we didn't know what it was. My wife and I were actually having a conversation because April's also my son's birthday. And I'm like, that's a big birthday present though. So, but when I saw the trailer, I overreacted to the trailer. And when I saw April, I was like, it's coming out in April. And then I saw that it was just a Nintendo Direct and I was like, oh, never mind. So it'll probably be like, we're probably looking at like September, October at the earliest, I would think. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out soon, hopefully. Mm-hmm. But that's it for the news. Those are the big points to bring up, talk about. So let's talk about some backlog stuff, guys.
Oh gosh,
because we did such a great job of cleaning that out last year.
How did we do last year?
Oh my god!
For my backlog games, I had Valkyria 4. Mm-hmm. I had Last of Us 2, and I had what's it called, Undertale. Mm-hmm. So I did beat Valkyria 4, and I platinumed Valkyria 4. I played the fuck out of that game, and I did beat Undertale, but I didn't get too far into Last of Us. So 2 out of 3 for me.
Okay.
We could stop
there. A lot of them.
We could stop there.
Yeah. Let's go on a high note. Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah, way to go, Chris won.
Chris did it for the team. Thanks, buddy.
You and Glenn. Glenn didn't get to Baldur's Gate, but he got 2 out of the 3, I think. Jason, what were yours?
Oh shit. Mine was Okami, Undertale, and Police Knots.
And of course you beat all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Man, I can't tell you how many times I've gone through the opening area of Okami though. Like
it's long, dude. And it's scary,
But I play for a little bit and then fall off of it and then have to go back and redo it. And I'm just, Jesus Christ. I was procrastinating. I was putting everything off until like the end of the year. And then I couldn't do anything.
That's
at the
the thing with the backlog stuff, man. It's like you got to have a break in order to play some of these games, right? So,
now's the time to get one of them knocked out.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I'm with you on Okami though. Like I think I've started that game 3 times, and the furthest I've gotten is through like the first dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like I love it. It's great and it's gorgeous, and I fucking think the art style is amazing.
Yep.
But I just can't, for some reason, keep going.
So what are they doing? Are they doing a new Okami or is it a remaster? I forget.
They're doing a sequel. Yeah, they're doing a sequel.
Yeah. There we go. So I'll definitely play it before that. Yeah, or before I play that. I don't know if we'll play it right away.
In theory, we'll finish Okami before Okami 2 comes out.
And with Police Knots, I played through like the first disc, and then I was playing it on my Mister, and it didn't automatically load the when I put it in the second disc or put it on the second disc. So I lost all that progress. Or like it's still there, like it's still saved, but I don't know how to load the second
to pull
disc.
it from the second disc.
Yeah. So I bounced on that. So
that's understandable.
And then Undertale. I started that a couple times too, and I really wanted that to be the one that I beat, so I could say that I beat it with Chris. But no.
I think you convinced Chris to do it too.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm doing it. You should do it too.
Yep. We should play it together. Do different endings and stuff and different routes, man. It would be awesome.
Great.
Hey, listen, I gave you a warning, man. I said, yeah, Undertale. I'm probably going to play it while I'm in Indianapolis, and I gave you that heads up, buddy.
I know. I'm bad. I'm a bad backlogger.
That's all right. We love you, dude.
After Jason, after that dishonorable excuse for backlog catching up.
Those are some harsh words for me. I deserve it though. I deserve
Doom 3. I played it for 10 minutes and it was like, I don't really want to play Doom 3. So I didn't pick it up again.
All right.
I do want to play it. It's just I was just not in the mood to play a corridor shooter. Like after playing Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, it's so hard to go back to Doom 3. I have an easier time going back to Doom 1 and 2 than Doom 3. Like not even lying. So I downloaded, but the other one I picked was Final Fantasy 6. So I bought the Pixel remaster on the Switch. I loaded it up. And I'm pretty sure I have it still installed. I think I do.
Cool. We're gonna get there, man.
Did you start it? Did you start the game?
I loaded it up to watch the beginning and be like, okay, yeah, this looks cool. Then I was like, wait, this is gonna be pretty long, and I'm gonna follow a guide because every time I've tried to beat this game, I always get lost and stuff. Like it's a problem with me in older RPGs. Yeah. So that one I was like, I'll get to that later. And then the third game was Ghost of Tsushima. And oh fuck, did I think it was going to be the year? I thought it was going to be the year, and I put in probably, I want to say close to 20 hours, 17 hours.
Well, that's pretty good.
And then the same thing fucking happened, and every time something came out, and so that's not even installed anymore. But
that needs to be on you. That needs to still be on your list because the new one comes out this year, man.
I know, and the new one, yeah, I know. But I'm not gonna put that on this year's list just because the thing is, I have a similar thing with, like, I don't know if Jason was redoing the beginning of Okami because he didn't have it saved, or if he has the same issue I have. If I don't play a game for X amount of time, I have to start all over again.
Yeah, that's like, it for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I can't do that. I can't just jump in and be like, where the fuck am I right now?
That's why I empathize with what Jason's going through, because I've again started over on Okami 3 times. I just can't seem to. The last time I started it, I got further than I had ever gotten. I was like on my way to the second dungeon, and just lost it.
I need to go back and see what it was that got me off of Ghost of Tsushima, because I was actually really enjoying it. It had nothing to do with like me not liking the game. Just something came out that I wanted to play first, and then once I played that other game, I just didn't. Then I think it was just dominoes. Just shit just kept coming, and I was like, that'll wait till next year. So I'm also 0 for 3. So thank you, Chris and Glenn, for
holding you up.
Yeah, I don't remember if Travis I don't remember if he was on that show or not. I honestly cannot remember because it was so long ago now.
He was. I don't remember what he chose though.
I don't remember what his games were.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he got any of them knocked out. We're just gonna say he got 0 too, just so the zeros win. So
The
3
zeros
out of
win.
5.
The zeros outnumber.
Exactly. So we're gonna do it again this year.
Did you guys see that they're doing Ghost of Tsushima movie?
I did.
Have we talked about that on the show?
They're doing a lot of movies. That's what Sony's
But
doing.
apparently, like what I heard was that the movie was going to be based off of the multiplayer.
The video game.
The video game. Yeah.
The video game. Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of, you guys might not, I'm not sure how much you know about the multiplayer of Ghost of Tsushima. So there is like a horde-ish mode, but there's also a raid. Like Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer has a raid, so I'm hoping that they're doing it like that because the raid's really cool. Like it's a lot of fun to play. So
you're hoping the show is like a raid in a video game?
No, I'm hoping that the movie. They said the movie was going to be. It was going to be based on the multiplayer of Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm hoping they're basing it off of the raid because the raid is really interesting.
Gotcha. Movie show. I get confused. There's a bunch of them coming out.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
So before we get to our picks, we threw this out on the socials to see what people did with their backlog last year and what they have coming up for this year. So we did get a lot of replies. Thank you, everybody, across all of the socials and Discords. So we'll start here with me finding where my browser is. There we go.
That would be good.
That would be good. The first one comes from Just Dan. He says he beat 57 games in 2020 or 2024, yet the backlog keeps growing.
That's like more than one a week.
That's a shitload.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
That's crazy. I replied to this on Twitter. I'm like, 57? He's like, yeah, the wife and I decided we just started to avoid social events, so I had a lot more
and each other,
Yeah.
Hey, if that works, great.
Fuck yeah. Yep. It's amazing how much time you get when you do that.
And
He said there's a lot, but the main ones I want to get to in 2025 are Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, or the Dark Souls trilogy, Alan Wake 2, Jedi Survivor, Rogue City, Mad Max, Mountain Blade 2, Disco Elysium, and Pathologic 2. Happy New Year's, folks.
Happy New Year.
Thanks,
if you're a Star Wars fan, I highly, highly suggest Jedi Survivor. That was a really fun game.
Yeah, I think that would be a great pick.
But,
Rogue City's really good too.
He also had Elden Ring on there, so it's and the Dark Souls.
And games, it says Dark Souls trilogy or Elden Ring. I don't know which one I would say. If I were to pick one or the other, I don't know.
Just Elden Ring, I would say.
Yeah, probably. I think that would be the
Elden
best.
Ring is certainly more approachable, in my opinion, as someone who's played.
No, it is. Yeah.
Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, and never been able to get into any of those. Like I could Elden Ring was immediately hooking me.
Yeah, same.
Gotcha. When do you guys want to grab one from Discord? If not, I have another one here. I can.
You go ahead. I'm keeping an eye on the recording here. So.
Gotcha.
You go ahead. I'll pull up Discord and grab them and get them.
Okay. Andreas says. He actually posted a pic with a crap ton of games that he beat last year. So I'm just going to read off a couple because they're not, he didn't put them in the actual reply text wise. So let's do this way real quick.
I thought it sounded like Red Dead Redemption in there. It's like a stack of games, right?
No, that's from Evil Private John.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's Far Cry, Blood Dragon. Remember that? That game was awesome. Gotham Knights. Evil West.
That was the Blood Dragon was the 80s themed one, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was pretty badass. Dragon Age Origins, the original Halo, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Witcher 2, Nightfall, Control. No, Witcher 3 is not on here. Ghostwire Tokyo, Greedfall. He's got a lot on here. Forza Motorsport 7, Remember Me, Maneater.
Wow, Remember Me.
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly. Do you remember
Maneater?
Time Spinner.
Time Spinner.
Shadow Warrior 2. Time Spinner is like that's a Metroidvania 2, I think.
Is that the Metroidvania one? Yeah,
I think so,
that's
yeah.
great. That game is great. I loved that game. I beat it twice.
Nice. So he had that for his games he beat last year, and then some of his backlog he wants to play now are Lost Judgment. There's and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Sea of Stars, and Star Wars Outlaws.
I mean, we're going to tell you Sea of Stars right out of the gate.
Oh, 100%.
So, 100% Sea of the Stars, dude. That game is amazing. But yeah, good. Lost Odyssey. I never played that either, actually. I have it. I haven't played it yet.
Lost Odyssey is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it. I want to. That's constantly in my backlog, but I don't know how much it'll hold up. Maybe it'll hold up all right. Who knows? Chris?
All right. I got one from Discord. This is from Jared. Jared Zero. And he says, for me, I'm going to commit to at least progressing in Death Stranding. What's that?
Jared O. Yep. J-O.
Jared O. Okay.
Yep.
It looked. I mean, whatever. If I hope that whatever it is, like if I said it wrong, absolutely correct me. I hope it's right. A friend finally convinced me to give Firewatch a shot, especially with it being so cheap. And randomly, it dawned on me that the other day that I never actually played through Chrono Trigger. I started and stopped it a few times over the years, but I want to sit down and pay attention and to give its due. Man, Chrono Trigger, dude, is probably one of the best 16-bit like RPGs I've ever played. It's really good, and
that one
you can get through it the first time in about 20 hours. So it's a pretty quick burn, and then it's got a bunch of endings, and all of the additional attempts that you make to play the game are faster. So highly suggested.
I haven't beat that either. I've played again. That's another one I've played a bunch of times up to a certain point, and I've never beat. And Firewatch is great. That's a quick burn. You could probably beat that in a sitting or like.
What is Firewatch?
What is
Firewatch? I know what it is, but what kind of game is it?
It's a walking simulator where you're like in the mountains and you're talking to this girl. I think her name's Delilah, all through walkie-talkie. And then there's some twists and turns, but it's narrative like walking sim, but it's really good. You guys should. I recommend it both. I think they're both on Game Pass and PS Plus. I think I played it on PS Plus, I believe, like years ago. Like it's pretty old, but it's awesome. It's really good. It's a good story.
Nice. All right, Geoff.
Yep. This one comes from Dark Magical Man, also known as Steve. He says, in no particular order, he wants to play Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Death Stranding, Atomic Heart, Dying Light 2, Dead Island 2, and Biomutant.
Ooh, Biomutant. Yeah.
Never played it.
It's pretty cool.
Is it?
I don't think it like holds a candle to like the other games on this list.
Baldur's Gate, like out of the gate, like
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a list. Like what was the second one? Baldur's Gate, and he said what? Cyberpunk? Jesus Christ!
Death Stranding. Yeah, those are 2 long games or 3 long games right off the cut. Atomic Heart's not too long. Dying Light 2 and Dead Island aren't that long.
Atomic Heart was an RPG, right?
Or am I thinking something else? It was like it was kind of like BioShock. It was it was okay. It was kind of rough at launch. I played it. I beat it when it came out, but it was it's kind of cool. If they patched up some of the stuff, it's definitely worth it. It's a 7 for sure. Like game. It's like not quite the Wish version of BioShock, but it's definitely a couple steps down.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
So this is from, again, I've known this dude for like 20 something years and I still can't remember how to do his screen name. Jvake? Okay, thank you. Yeah, Dude's name is Eddie, okay? So, Jvake says from top down.
It up.
What's that?
You still fucked it up.
I still fucked it up, yeah.
No, it's funny.
Jvake, that's what you said, right?
Jvake? Yeah, it's Jvake.
Jvake, yeah. All right. From top down, what lays the most guilt on me when I think about them, Mass Effect Definitive Edition, Sekiro, and then a toss-up between Kingdom Come Deliverance and Red Dead Redemption 2, leaning towards Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mean, you need to lean towards Mass Effect, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Mass Effect is. Oof. I think
Oh man,
it would be a good time to catch up on Mass Effect. I think would be this.
yeah, I think
this
so
year.
too.
I wonder, has he played the originals? Because he said specifically like the Legendary Edition. So is he? I wonder if he's played. Maybe he's played them. He just wants to get back to the remasters.
That's a good question. So let us know, man.
Or the DLC,
I'm curious.
or who knows?
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, Geoff.
Here we go. Oh, sorry, I was reading the replies there. This comes from Twarnix. He says, "My first game of 2025 is actually a backlog game. Finally playing through Ghost of Tsushima.
Nice.
Hopefully, you have more. What's it called? The word I'm looking for is when you want to help me out here, guys.
I'm trying.
Like when you're.
Nothing wants to go on here.
Is this like an age thing, or am I having a stroke? Like it's.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Success. Success is the word I'm looking for.
Okay, success.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
I've heard of that.
More success than I did, like through that game. He said otherwise he's got Earthbound, World of Horror, Stellar Blade. And then he said, of course there are many more, but I want to set a reasonable goal for myself. LOL.
That's fair. Yeah. Stellar Blade is great. It was super fun.
Very, very,
all
very,
right.
very good.
So Sack Bob, he comes through with Lorelei, which I'm not sure what that is. So
Lorelei and Laser Eyes.
It's a okay. Case of the Golden Idol and BG3. So
he's been on the last act of Baldur's Gate 3
he says aimless in Act 3 for over a year. Him and I had talked about this because when the D&D group that I'm in on Sunday, he's in it. So he and I play D&D together every week. But he mentioned that there was a problem with the game and they had to patch it because his save wouldn't load anymore. So it did finally get fixed, I believe. I just don't think he ever went back to it. So I don't know.
I don't think he has.
Bob, if you want to update us, man, I'm if you want to let us know how that worked out, I'm curious.
Yeah, get back on that bandwagon. Do it. I mean, you're already pod committed, man. You're already that far. You may as well finish it up.
Act 3 is a lot, though.
It is.
Act 3 is about the same length as Act 1 and 2 combined. So.
Oh shit. The RP Genius. He says, nice. My backlog's full of JRPGs. What a surprise.
I know. He's like, go figure.
Metaphor, Trials Through Daybreak, Dragon Quest III HD 2D, Sea of Stars, Persona 3 Reload, and he'd also like to get around to giving Baldur's Gate 3 another chance, as well as finally playing Judgment.
Ooh, yeah, Judgment.
I
want to try that one too.
Is he talking about the Yakuza Judgment? I assume
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have Judgment. The
I have Judgment.
Shit, that's a lot, dude. Like that's your whole year. Like if you wanted to try and get through all those, that's literally your whole year, I think. But yeah, Metaphor, Sea of Stars, Baldur's Gate, like those three, in my eyes, that's obviously it's my opinion, but that's good shit.
Oh, that's a lot of game right there.
That's a lot of game because, like, I don't know, Geoff, you get through those games faster than I do for sure, but I know that on my end, Baldur's Gate took me like 100. Yeah, Baldur's Gate took me 160 hours, something like that. Metaphor took me over 100 because I was trying to get everything. And Sea of Stars, I tried to do everything too, and that one took me like 60, if I remember 40. I can't remember if it was 40 or 60, but around that area. But all three of those games are just like so good.
Yeah, I think I was about the same with Baldur's Gate. Metaphor, I was under 100, but I didn't do like absolutely everything.
Yeah, I did everything. Like, I just had so much fun with that damn game. And it's your fault, Geoff. You're the one who got me on that one. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. You're a good guy. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
I love you, man.
Love you too, brother. One Hot Dragon, Nathan, he says, Cyberpunk, Black Myth Wukong, Indiana Jones, Armored Core 6, and Silent Hill 2. The games I played on my backlog last year was Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. There's no room for anything else.
No, there's not.
No.
That makes sense.
And he says, "Congrats on 500 episode, guys. That's amazing."
Nice, thank you.
Thank you, Nathan.
Let's see. Evil Pirate John, longtime listener. We've known him since way back. Actually, I think he's been around since the very beginning, right?
Oh yeah, he's been around since GLF.
He was, yeah, GLF, and wasn't he on 1UP too?
1UP, yeah. Way back then.
He posted a picture. This is my physical backlog. I won't count Astrobot as I am near the end, but it's like 20 games, and actually, like, he's got a few on here that I have too that are sitting on my backlog, like Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise, fucking Trinity Trigger. Like, I've got a bunch of these back there too. So, but he said that he's going to go with Red Dead Redemption 2, started several times and quit. Tears of the Kingdom, but we'll wait to see if it will be enhanced for Switch 2. That's a good idea. And Fallout 4, it is my longest owned game on the list. I will probably knock out a few more as well. I haven't played Red Dead, so I don't really have much of an opinion there. Tears of the Kingdom, I still need to go back and play as well. And Fallout 4 was great, but I don't think Fallout 4 met for me the same level of joy that I got out of Fallout 3. But I think that's because Fallout 3 was so new to me at the time.
Same.
And I don't know if you guys remember how into Fallout 3 I was, but it was
huge. Yeah.
It was an addiction. Like, it was a thing.
I like 3 more than 4. I couldn't get into 4 that much.
Oh, I loved 4. I just didn't do any of the base building. I thought, I think it's cool that they added that, but that's just not my thing. So it's like, I only did whatever I needed to do to complete quests, and then I moved on.
That's not the Chris I know.
I know. But Geoff, back to you.
So this comes from F-Bomb Fraser, part 2 of the GSC podcast, Nathan and Fraser. And he says, hopefully I'm not too late. I had a very successful backlog last year. Managed to get through the Tomb Raider Survival Trilogy, Metro Trilogy, Star Wars Jedi Survivors, Scars Above, and Days Gone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. Days Gone. Gone is
that's impressive.
Days Gone. Have you guys played Days Gone?
A little bit.
I played it. I didn't get through it.
No? Yeah. This year the plan is God of War Ragnarok, Starfield, finish off Hitman World of Assassination, the DLC for Cyberpunk, and Dark Sector. Dark Sector, wow.
Ooh, the glaive, yeah.
That makes sense because, he's a huge Warframe guy, and they made Dark Sector, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sure.
Same devs.
Oh, shit. I remember playing Dark Sector. That game was fun.
That was one of the first games announced for, like, that generation. I remember it got delayed so much.
Yeah, it's one of the first games that I really played through on, because I didn't get a 360 right out of the gate. I didn't get one for...
Oh, yeah, you were...
Probably over a year, right? It was like, it was at least a year after the 360 came out. And Dark Sector was one of the first games that I really got into on 360. I loved it. It was great.
It was fun.
Let's see. We've got one more, and this is from Nogric. What's up, Nogs? I'm trying to finish my last playthrough of Armored Core 6 since I picked it up at launch and got quickly overtaken by Baldur's Gate 3. I also got Astrobot for Christmas, but only played the first level so far, and I want to go back to that. Then I downloaded Sifu and Stray when they came up on PS Plus, but I haven't launched either of them. Been on a Helldivers kick lately, and so that's been keeping me away from other stuff. But I'd like to clear some of it out before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. Yes,
attaboy.
But Nogs was one of the other players that in our multiplayer playthrough of Baldur's Gate. So that was a lot of fun. And he played a badass Tempest Cleric. That's what he did. So it was great.
Nice.
But that's it for Discord.
We got one more from the socials. Gabriel from Sometimes Plays Games says, it's too stressful to even look. And that's it.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's the most relatable answer we've gotten.
Yes. That's why I saved it for last. I'm like, okay. That's yeah. I look at it and I don't know if you guys get like this. I have to delete games from my hard drive, even if I have room, just because looking at the tiles stresses
Makes you
me
upset.
out.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just like, oh my god, I haven't beat that. And then
that's
like,
looking
honestly,
at me.
that's
exactly.
That's how I feel every time I look at my wall. So
yeah, exactly. Oh man, we have one more submission here from the great Eddie Kusanagi.
Nice. What's up, Eddie?
He says, "Okay, and dudes, we are here. I tackled my backlog quite well last year with quite a few achievements, and hopefully I can do the same this year, as long as Ark, Smite 2, or Among Us doesn't get in the way, especially Ark. With all the pride in existence, I completed the following last year: Sonic Frontier, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, one of the best games he has ever played, the entire Gears of War trilogy, the entire Walking Dead Telltale series. Lee is one of the GOATs. Wolf Among Us. Where's Wolf 2, by the way? And Final Fantasy 16 100% completion. This year, I plan on completing Cyberpunk, Shadow of the Colossus, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Silent Hill 2, Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy X. I don't know if this counts, but Death Stranding Director's Cut, inspired by Chorney and Glenn, and The Witcher 3. That's funny because he's one of the ones who inspired us to play.
Oh, nice.
That.
So Eddie's like year is mapped out apparently.
Basically,
really.
He's
not playing anything else this year, right? So
he'll play.
He's not buying any new games. All those new games are going to be
the
backlog for next year. That's what it's going to be.
Exactly. It's not a bad way to do it. Well, you get games cheaper.
Yeah, no kidding.
I wish I had that willpower, man. Fuck. Instead, I buy stuff like Ease Nordics because I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool, and I know for sure that'll be on sale soon. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's something I didn't have
he's
to
playing
buy.
Tales of Arise.
I will tell you, it's something I didn't expect you to buy. That's for sure. It's like East. You're playing an East game, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, Tales I did buy on sale for like $10, and that was like
fantastic.
2 or 3 years after it came out, I think. So
yeah, I haven't bought. Have I bought Tales of Arise? I don't even know.
You don't know.
I might have it somewhere. I have to go look.
See if it's one of the eyeballs on you.
No kidding.
I'm watching you, Riccio.
I know.
Pick me up, open me up, spread me open. Okay.
All right. Okay, that's enough. Phrasing.
Oh, sorry, you guys saying something?
No. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some more. So unless you want to say something before I continue.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. My backlog piles up because I end up replaying games that I deeply respect, such as God of War, keeps me centered and grounded as a man, or Red Dead 2, or Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil 4, etc., and also multiplayer games that suck the soul out of you, like Ark and Smite.
Jeez.
He's plays those a lot.
He's in deep.
Oh yeah. Quick question though. Check this out. Since Kojima Productions bought the rights of Death Stranding from Sony, I don't think I've ever witnessed the developers buying a franchise from the publisher. Can't Miyazaki or From Software buy Bloodborne from Sony, or does Bandai Namco have to do it? It's exactly the same situation. I know it'll never happen, but a man can dream. A fantastic show, episode after episode. As always, gentlemen, be well. Thanks, Eddie. So yeah,
I mean, Sony would have to want to give it up, though, right?
Like, yes, they would have to want to sell it for sure. But why don't they? Yeah. I
don't know.
Namco Bandai doesn't have enough Dragon Ball money to buy that.
What about the Tekken money? What about the Tekken money, Jason?
No,
not enough Tekken money either?
Okay. The Elden Ring money. Or the Souls money.
All right, so what about us? So, you want to explain what we're going to try and do here?
Go for it. Explain away, Chris.
One of the things that so we're going to try the backlog thing again, but one of the things that we decided to do a little differently is to pick a list of a list of a few games that are from 2024 that we did not get around to, and let the other show hosts pick which one they're going to play. So you're going to pick. So we picked like games we wanted to play but never got around to. And then I've got a list of other games that I want to talk about, but I've got one chosen, and then I think I want to throw the others out, the other one out to the listeners and see what they think I should play. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous. Let's play dangerous, man. Let's do it.
Do this.
So,
yeah.
So who wants to go first? I'll go first if you guys want me to.
Take it away.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So here are my games. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And at least one of them you will roll your eyes at. So, because I know that's not going to get picked. So Final Fantasy Rebirth. I did pick that up last year and I never got through it. Unicorn Overlord. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. I never got back to that, and I've never played it before, and I kind of always wanted to. Destiny 2: The Final Shape, the last DLC for Destiny 2, and I didn't get around to it.
Wow.
And then I never finished Outlaws, and I didn't finish Indie. So those are my.
So this is the one
my
my
2024s
for you.
Yeah. So you guys pick one of those.
I'm obviously going to pick Indie for you for sure.
I'm going to pick Destiny because I want to have you try and find a group. Do you think you could do it?
Can I find a group?
Yeah, could you find a group to finish that Destiny stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I know Nogs was playing it recently.
What if you couldn't though? Then you'd never finish it.
I could still play it through it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can play it single player. You can go through it single player.
But is it
the
fun
story
single player?
That's debatable. So
we want to
define fun, Geoff.
We want to put Chris in the most like the least successful position we possibly could for him this year. So let's pick something for him that there's
Why are you
no
guys doing
fucking
that?
way
That's not
he
cool.
can beat it.
I'm not going to fucking do that to you. Why are you guys doing that?
Because you won.
All you're doing is inviting retaliation here, gentlemen. I'm just letting you know.
That's true. All right. I'll double up on an Indie then. How about that?
Indie?
Yeah, I have to go with Indie. It's one of my favorite games of last year. So,
all right, fair enough. Jason, what do you got?
Top of the list is the Metaphor Refantasio.
Okay,
I definitely want to play, but I don't know if I'll ever have the time to do it.
It's long, man.
This one's very likely Astrobot.
Okay.
I won't be able to do that. Now I'm regretting putting this on the list because now, this might be a retaliation pick. Balatro.
Balacho's an easy one to get finished, though.
I purposely didn't put that on the list, Jason.
Shit.
The thing is, if you play that first,
there are games I want to play this year, so I did not put that on the list.
One that you guys probably don't even know about, Cookie Cutter, which is not what you think it is.
Did that come out last year?
I'm pretty sure that was last year, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be... So I haven't talked about it yet, but that'll be on my list anyway this year. Okay. So, because I have it, I already bought it. I have it on my Steam Deck.
Oh, nice. So. Well, make sure it gets updated because they've made significant changes to like the parry window. They've made it a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit easier to play. It was very, very strict when I first played it, but once they patched it up, I wanted to go back to it. And
Cookie Cutter is a Metroidvania that is like super flashy and really cool looking. So
really cool combat in it. Yeah. And the last one is Indiana Jones. I haven't even touched that one yet. I have it installed, but I have not played it.
You had to pick two
that's
of my
really
favorite
hard.
games.
I know. So here's the thing, Jason. And Geoff, I think that you and I need to be united on this one.
Yeah.
I don't think that he'll beat Metaphor. I don't think he has the time. So I would say Indie. I think Indie is
went through Final Fantasy in like a week. Like it's doable.
That's true. You did. You went through. That's true.
Did you play the Personas? You did, didn't you?
I played a little bit of the Personas, but they never helped me.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm going to tell you, I think you should do Metaphor, but I think Indie is more likely to be completed by you.
Okay.
I'll say it that way.
I kind of echo that statement as well.
All right.
So, Jason, I'm going to... All right, Indie. Yeah. There you go. Geoff, what do you got?
Make sure to do the side stuff to both of you guys. You miss out on some really cool shit if you don't.
Oh, Trust shit, you know me, dude. I do all the side stuff.
Yeah, I know you will. So I only have 4 on here right now, but I got Fantasia Neo Dimension. I was gonna buy that a while ago, but now I'm kind of I don't know about it. But whatever. Unicorn Overlord. Sonic and Shadow Generations, and Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, like I said, I kind of started that last week, but it's all fair's love and war. You guys can pick out of those 4, because I was trying to look. I'm like, I'm pretty much played most of the stuff I wanted to.
That's fair. I'd probably go with Unicorn.
Okay. What was the first one? I missed that one.
Neo or Fantasian Neo Dimension. It's the Sakaguchi.
Oh, okay.
Final Fantasy guy. His RPG.
I don't remember this one. Oh, this is an RPG too.
It was the Apple Arcade game, I think, and then they just brought it to consoles like last month.
Okay.
Or like in November. That one I'm kind of iffy on. But I did almost buy it, so I'm definitely interested in playing it. But out of that list, that's the one I'd probably be least likely to be like, I think I could definitely do this, because depending on how long it is.
See, I know that you already have Unicorn Overlord as well. So
I have Sonic as well too. I have all those games.
Okay,
these are all games I already have. I just haven't played.
Except for Fantasia.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the only one I don't have. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jason. I think my vote is still for Unicorn Overlord for him.
Suicide Squad. What?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I honestly, I feel like he's gonna get tired of that and stop playing it anyway.
Yeah, I know. What, that's why
Suicide Squad or Unicorn?
Yeah.
Unicorn?
No, Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Unicorn Overlord.
All righty, Unicorn Overlord it is. And now we have 2 picks of whatever the hell we want, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make not Jason. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make Geoff very happy. I'm putting Plague Tale Requiem on mine.
Fuck yes.
So that is officially on my backlog for 2025.
Did you play Innocence?
I did, yes.
Okay,
and I did like it a lot. Like it a lot. Yeah, it was a really interesting.
It's one of the only series I would say like playing the first game is almost like required, like not just like you can play the second one, but it's been a while.
A minute. So I'll probably like go back and just do like a summary video to catch up on. Shit. Yeah, and then jump into it, because I actually already have it downloaded from Game Pass. So it's just a matter of playing it. But so Requiem is definitely one for me.
Nice.
Okay. Guys, this is a cop out, but I really want to beat Okami. Can I do Okami?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, man.
All right, thanks. I'll try and do
what do you think?
My first one is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I have never beaten that game. Chris, that one's for you, buddy. I need to finally punch a hole in that ticket, man, and say I'm done.
Dude, did you and I just pat each other on the back? Is that what happened? I think we did. That's amazing.
Yeah, and you were a great help sending that thing of the map, so I can just hopefully not get lost.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah,
I got you, man.
Dude, I think this has been a running thing. Like since we started, it was a thing. I've never beaten Symphony of the Night. I have tried. I try at least once every 3 years, I would say, and start from the beginning and go. And I get further every time, and then I always just end up getting lost, and then I just don't play anymore.
It's pretty easy to get lost. It's pretty easy to get lost, because there's a lot of the backtracking is extreme on that game.
Yes, it is.
On the primary castle, because it's like you got to go all the way over here, and you have to get this, and then you have to get the wolf up here, and you have to get the bat over there, and then you have to go and get all this special armor like all the way on the other side of the catacombs, and yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I get it. But yeah, hopefully that link I sent you would help.
Sweet up. Chris, do you have another one?
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got 5 games that I'm going to throw out there to the community to pick one for me, because I honestly don't know which one I want to focus on. One of them we already mentioned, Tales of Arise. So Witcher 3, which I have never played.
My God.
I've only played I literally have only played like 2 or 3 hours, and for some reason it didn't grab me right away, and I ended up putting it aside. I could join the Death Stranding club. I can go back and try and play Tears of the Kingdom again. And this one is for Eddie because he mentioned it in his, and I tried it once, and for some reason it didn't grab me either. Even though I love Fallout 3, I have never finished Fallout New Vegas, and for some reason it did not grab me right away. So, listeners, I'm asking you, come to the Discord, post on
I'll put it on the socials too.
Blue Sky, on the socials. Tales of Arise, Witcher 3, Death Stranding, Tears of the Kingdom, and Fallout New Vegas. Those are my 5 that I'm trying to choose from.
And Kingdom Hearts.
Help me out here. What'd you say?
And Kingdom Hearts.
Nothing.
No Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
I've tried that one 3 times and still can't get into that one either. So, yeah. But there you go. Of those 5, which one would you guys pick? Out of curiosity.
I think you would actually really enjoy Witcher 3.
That's probably what I was going to go with too.
Yeah. That's the one that's the one I most want to pick, especially because now I have a better understanding of what The Witcher is as a whole, because I've watched the show and I'm actually excited about Witcher 4, and that's what made me re-download Witcher 3. So I haven't started it up yet, but I kind of really want to, so we'll see what happens.
Nice.
Not that we're swaying the vote at all, but
no.
All right, Jason, what's your last one?
Last one. Let's see. Space Marine 2.
Yes.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. That's good.
Space Marine 2.
100%.
Wasn't that from last year too?
Yep.
Yeah. So good.
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, it's so good. And then when you beat it, hit me up and we can do the co-op. Co-op
Sweet.
missions are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I haven't played that one either. So
there you go. Fuck. Now, so I was gonna choose between Alien Isolation, Returnal, and Sifu or Max Payne 3, and now I feel like I need to give Ghost of Tsushima another go just because Yote is coming out. So the thing is, I this could turn into a running joke because if I start, I'm not going to start again. It hasn't been that long. I should be able to pick it up. Maybe I'll actually go into the menu and look at the controls and see what buttons do everything. And,
I would suggest that.
Yeah.
I would highly suggest that.
But I also, I have to. Is Ghost of Yotei for sure this year, or is it just? It should be.
I don't think they've. Yeah, I think they just said 2025. I don't think they put a hard date on it. So,
all right, I'll go with that again. I'm gonna put that back on there. Why not?
Why not?
I believe in you.
Yeah, right now it just says 2025. It says initial release date 2025. So.
All right, well, let's hope it's fall 2025. Like December 1st would be okay, maybe.
Yeah. Holiday time sounds good. Let's do that. Good stuff. All right, so to review, I am doing Indie and Plague Tale Requiem, and then the community is going to pick my third game from the 5 that I mentioned earlier.
Nice.
And then Jason?
Indie, Okami, and Space Marine 2.
Nice. And Geoff?
I am Symphony of the Night, Ghost of Tsushima, and Unicorn Overlord.
Nice. That's good, man. I like it. Let's see if we can actually do it this year.
It's doable. I think it's
we
totally
thought,
doable.
We thought last year was doable too, Geoff.
For fuck's sakes. How long is Symphony of the Night? Roughly?
It's not that long. If you with that honestly, with that map, it's probably going to take you 12 hours at most.
Okay,
I would say
maybe I'll start that before the February games start hitting. I have till the 18th.
I mean, and unless you're trying to get to 200.6, I don't think it's going to be.
No. I just want to basically see credits.
Yeah. Well, see the right credits.
Down. Yeah.
See the right credits.
Yeah.
But good stuff, man. Gents, that's episode 500.
Damn.
Oh man, it kind of sad it's over.
Yeah,
it's all right. We got Game of the Year coming up, and it's gonna be fun. So that's it for this show, though. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment. All of those things help us, and we love interacting with our community, as you could see from this episode. Check us out at interactivedistractions.com. That will get you to our Linktree, which will lead you to our Discord. And if you want to support us, it'll lead you to our Patreon as well. And we really appreciate all of our patrons. So thank you. But that's it. Until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Geoff.
Play your games. We'll talk to you next week.